This afternoon, we will be talking about reviewing the literature. With so much information available, searching and locating good literature on your topic can be challenging. This chapter introduces you to 5 logical steps in reviewing the literature so that you can locate useful resources and write them into the literature section of your research report. By the end of this chapter, you should be able to define what is literature review and why is it important, and identify the 5 steps in conducting a literature review. Why is it important? Literature review helps understand the existing knowledge, identify relevant sources, formulate research questions, support your arguments, avoid duplication, and highlight the gaps in the research. It is a crucial step in the research process that lays the foundation for your own study. In composing a literature review, you may cite articles that are both quantitative and qualitative studies, regardless of the sources of information. All researchers conduct a literature review as a step in research process. Conducting a literature review is necessary for several reasons, and one of them is to ensure that the study adds to the existing literature instead of duplicating it. So, how does the literature review differ from quantitative and qualitative studies? How the review of literature is used tends to differ between quantitative and qualitative research. Table 3.1 identifies 3 primary differences. A quantitative study research discusses the literature extensively at the beginning of a study. This serves 2 major purposes. It justifies the importance of the research problem, and it provides a rationale for the purpose of the study. And research questions or hypotheses. In many quantitative studies, the authors includes the literature in a separate section titled Review of the Literature to highlight the important role it plays. It justifies the importance of the research problem by demonstrating that there is a gap in the existing literature that needs to be addressed. By reviewing the relevant studies and theories, researchers can show that their research is necessary and adds value to the field. By reviewing previous research, researchers can identify gaps, inconsistencies in the literature, which then guide them to formulation of the research questions. In a qualitative study, the literature serves as a slightly different purpose compared to quantitative research. While the author still mentioned the literature at the beginning of the study, or to document or justify the importance of the research problem. The discussion of the literature is not typically as extensive as in quantitative studies. So the purpose of mentioning the literature at the beginning of a qualitative study is to provide a contextual background and demonstrate that the research problem has been recognized and studied by others. Literature at the end of the study as a contrast or comparison with major findings in the study. In qualitative inquiry, researchers do not make predictions about findings. They are more interested in whether the findings of the study support or modify existing ideas and practices advanced in the literature. While on the other hand, quantitative research justifies or documents the need for the study, and it provides a rationale for the direction of the study. And also this confirms prior predictions from the literature. What are the 5 steps in conducting a literature review? Regardless of whatever the study is, quantitative or qualitative, common steps can be used to conduct a literature review. Knowing these steps helps you read and understand a research study. If you conduct your own research study, knowing the steps in the process will give you a place to start and the ability to recognize when you have successfully completed the review. If you plan to design and conduct your own study, you will typically go through 5 interrelated steps. Learning all the steps will provide a sense of how researchers proceed in reviewing the literature. To begin your literature search, it is important to identify key terms accurately represent your research topic or question. These key terms will guide your research and help you retrieve relevant literature. When conducting a literature search, it is important to consult a variety of materials and database to gather a comprehensive range of literature on your topic. Consulting a variety of materials and databases, you can gather a diverse range of literature that provides comprehensive understanding of your research topic. Once you have gathered a range of literature on your topic, it is important to critically evaluate and select the most relevant and high quality sources for your literature review. It helps to ensure that your literature review includes highly quality sources that are relevant, credible, and contribute to the overall understanding of your research topic. Once you have selected the relevant literature for your review, it is important to organize it effectively. By organizing the literature, you can create a structured framework for your literature review. This allows you to identify the key concepts, ensuring a coherent and well-organized presentation of the literature in your final work. It is important to provide summaries of the literature that you have gathered. Remember to properly cite and reference all the sources you have summarized in your literature review. Narrowing your topic to a few key terms is an important step in conducting a literature review. So, by selecting specific and focused terms, you can effectively locate the relevant literature on your topic. You should choose this carefully because they are important for initially locating literature in a library or through an internet search. To identify these terms, you can use several strategies outlined below. Write a preliminary working title for a project and select 2 or 3 keywords in the title that captures the central idea of your study. Pose a short general research question that you would like to answer in the study. Use words that authors report in the literature. In some quantitative research studies, educators test a prediction for what they expect to find from the data. Look in a catalog of terms to find words that match your topic. Go to a bookshelves of a college or a university library. Scan the table of content of education journals from the last 7 to 10 years and look for key terms in titles to the articles. Accessing the internet and exploring electronic literature can be convenient and accessible way to begin your research for relevant literature. While the internet can be a valuable tool for finding relevant literature, it is essential to complement your research with other sources such as academic libraries and physical collections to ensure a comprehensive and balanced review of the literature. Academic libraries offers a valuable resources. They have a limitations in terms of access to certain materials or availability of specific publications. Therefore, it is often beneficial to combine your search in a academic library with online resources to ensure a comprehensive and well-rounded literature review. Researchers can optimize their library experience by familiarizing themselves with library system, planning ahead to ensure the sufficient time for locating materials and exploring different avenues for accessing unavailable resources. Additionally, seeking assistance from librarians can provide valuable guidance and support in navigating the library holding and overcoming obstacles during the research process. In a literature review, it is important to include a balance of both primary and secondary sources. Primary sources provides the foundation of evidences and data, while secondary sources offers critical analysis and synthesis of the primary literature. This combination allows you to present a comprehensive and well informed review for the existing knowledge on your research topic. So, using this framework, you might begin your search at the bottom of the triangle by consulting summaries of research that synthesize numerous studies on a topic, secondary sources of information. From these broad summaries, you can work your way up to journal articles, primary sources, and to early stage literature found at the top. For many beginning researchers, starting with summaries is a good idea because summaries give an overview of topics that an entry-level discussion. Summaries also have a longer life from the initial idea stage of the undergone review quality. Dictionaries and glossaries of terms are indeed valuable tool in literature review and research process because these tools are valuable resources that support a comprehensive and accurate literature review and contribute to the overall research process. So, consulting a handbook related to your research topic can be highly beneficial because they provide a comprehensive overview of the literature, highlight key concepts and theories, and offers insights into current research and practices. So, handbooks serves as a valuable resources for researchers looking to deepen their understanding of specific areas. In writing problem statements or literature review, incorporating data from statistical indexes like the Digest of Educational Statistics can strengthen your arguments, provide evidences based on insights, and offers a broader perspective on educational issues. In the field of education, psychology and the social sciences, timely reviews and synthesis play a crucial role in summarizing and integrating the research findings. So they offer a final summary sources that helps researchers and practitioners stay informed, make evidence-based decisions, and identify areas for further exploration. Academic libraries are indeed house of extensive collections of books on a wide range of educational topics. When conducting a literature review, books that summarize research studies or report conceptual discussions are particularly useful. If we conduct a literature review, incorporating journal articles and conference papers is essential for accessing original research findings and staying current with the latest research and exploring diverse perspectives within the field, ensuring a comprehensive and well-rounded literature review. In a literature review, searching for relevant articles utilizing abstract series can be a time-saving and efficient approach because they provide a broad search capability within the specific subject areas and allowing researchers to identify articles of interest. So this databases provides a comprehensive coverage and advanced search capabilities. Additionally, a Google search, particularly through Google Scholar, can supplement the search for timely articles and discussions on educational topics. ERIC database can provide access to wealth of education related literature and resources. Its free accessibility and comprehensive coverage make it a valuable tool for researchers, educators, and policymakers seeking for evidence-based information and insights in the field of education. So it provides a subject index, an author index, and abstract of specific studies. RIB is a monthly and cumulative index to current research findings, project and technical reports, speeches, unpublished manuscripts, and books.
Psychological Abstract, PsycLit, and PsycInfo are considered databases that cover a wide range of psychological literature from 1887 to present. These databases are available in print, CD-ROM, and online forms, providing users with various options to access the research materials. They collectively index over 850 journals across 16 categories, ensuring comprehensive coverage of the field of psychology. Second, we have the Sociological Abstract. Sociological Abstracts is another database that focuses on sociology literature. It is available in print, CD-ROM, and online formats, allowing users to access global sociology research. The database includes abstracts from over 2,500 journals, conference papers, dissertations, and book published from 1963 to the present. Third, we have the Social Science Citation Index, or the SSCI, is a database that tracks cited reference to journal articles. Researchers can use this database to find articles that have cited a particular work, providing valuable insights into the impact and influence of research. The SSCI covers 5,700 journals across various social science disciplines. Fourth is we have the EBSCO, or the EBSCO. Information Services offers both print and electronic subscription services. It provides access to over 150 databases and thousands of e-journals, allowing users to explore a wide range of research materials. Users can view journal contents, article abstracts, and access full text directly through the EBSCO platform. Lastly, we have the dissertation abstracts. So, dissertation abstract is a resource that offers guides to doctoral dissertations worldwide. It is organized into the three sections. First is humanities and social sciences. Second is the sciences and engineering. And lastly, we have the worldwide. So the resource contains 350 word summaries of dissertations, making it easier for researchers to identify and access relevant research in their fields. So these databases and resources are valuable tool for researchers, students, and professionals in the field of psychology, sociology, social sciences in general. They also provide access to a vast amount of literature, allowing users to stay updated with the latest research, find relevant articles, and explore various topics within these disciplines. So, the stage literature as the last category in the review process consists of materials that are their early development phase, and it has not been thoroughly reviewed by experts for quality. So this category includes a variety of sources such as newsletters, studies posted on websites, professional association, newsletters, and study drafts directly from authors. So these materials are often considered preliminary and may not have undergone the rigorous peer review process that ensures the quality and accuracy of research findings. So examples of sources that fall into this category include electronic journals and research studies that are available on the internet. So these sources may offer valuable insights and also information. So we have the figure 3.4, the sample journal record from PsychoInfo database. So it includes the sample journal record, as what I've mentioned. It has also the accession number, the author, the affiliation, the title, the source, the ISSN or the IBN. We have also the language, the UMI, the URL, the DOI. We have also the release date, the abstract, key concepts, keywords, classification codes, population location, form or the content type, and lastly, we have the table contents and publication of the year. So in table 3.3, we have the advantages and disadvantages of using internet as a resource for a literature review. So we have 6 advantages. If we have the advantages, we have also the disadvantages. So we have the 5 disadvantages. Is it a good, accurate source? So the use of articles from national journals is important because they undergo rigorous peer review process, ensuring the credibility and validity of the research. So this help researchers to enhance the credibility of their own work. Considering journals with diverse reviewers and editorial board members promotes inclusivity and leads to a more comprehensive evaluation of research findings. So this collective perspective from experts across the country strengthens the validity and reliability of the literature. A systematic priority system is important in assessing sources. Referred journal articles which undergo rigorous peer review are prioritized over non-referred sources. So in digital age, it is important to be discerning when assessing web-based information, prioritizing national online journals with established editorial board reviews help mitigate the risk associated with online sources, ensuring the reliability of the content and safeguarding against misinformation. So, to determine source reliability, it is important to scrutinize research studies for justified and supported result based on collected data. So, including both quantitative and qualitative research studies enriches scholarly discourse by encompassing diverse approach and perspectives, leading to a holistic understanding of complex phenomena and elevating scholarly inquiry. So it is relevant. So to determine the relevance of literature for a study, we must consider the several criteria. First is topic relevance. Assess whether the literature focuses on the same topic as your study to ensure alignment with your research interests and objectives. Next is the individual and site relevance. So examine whether the literature investigates the same individuals or sites you intend to study, ensuring the applicability to your research context. Problem and question relevance. So evaluate whether the literature addresses the same research problem and questions you plan to investigate, ensuring alignment with your research objectives. Fourth, we have the accessibility relevance. So determine whether the literature is reading available in your library or easily accessible for download from reputable websites. So if the literature meets this criteria, it is deemed relevant for inclusion in your literature review. So organize the literature. So efficient organization of the collected literature is crucial for easy retrieval and systematic review. So first is photocopy, scan, or download literature. So ensure easy access to the literature by making photocopies, scans, or downloading. File organization. Arrange the articles alphabetically by author name or organize them by sources, topics, or keywords to facilitate systematic retrieval and review. Next is create a literature map. So develop a visual presentation of the literature, such a literature map to visualize and organize relationship between different sources. So take notes and abstracting studies. So first we have the informal note taking. So record important ideas, article citations, major points informally to capture insights and facilitate later reference. Next is systematic recording. Systematically record information for each source, summarizing essential aspects. Abstract development. Develop an abstract for each source, summarizing essential aspects to such as the research problem or problem questions or hypotheses. So we must also avoid plagiarism. So when abstracting studies, refrain from using journal article abstracts to avoid plagiarism. Instead, craft original abstracts that accurately represents the content and findings of each studies. We have the abstracting quantitative research studies. So for quantitative research studies, focus on identifying key components such as the research problem, research questions, hypotheses, and many more. So, by following these guidelines for assessing relevance, organizing literature, and abstracting studies effectively, researchers can conduct comprehensive literature review. So, figure 3.5, the sample abstract for a quantitative research studies. So, as you can see, this is the sample for qualitative research studies. It includes the research problem, research questions or hypothesis, data collection procedure, and lastly, the results. So, abstracting qualitative research studies. Identify research components. So, we have the research problem, research questions, data collection procedures, findings. So, when we say research problem, clearly state the main issue or topic the study aims to address. Research questions highlight the specific inquiries guiding the research. Data collection procedure describe the methods used to collect data, such as interviews, observations, or focus groups. Lastly is the findings. So summarize the main outcomes or discoveries resulting from the study, including the key themes, patterns, or insights derived from the data analysis. We have the additional considerations. Critic strengths and weaknesses include the relevant studies, proper referencing and citation. By following these guidelines, researchers can effectively abstract qualitative research studies, providing concise yet comprehensive summaries. So in figure 3.6, sample abstract for qualitative research studies. So this is the sample. So we have the research problem, research questions, data collection procedures, and the findings. So constructing a literature map, it involves organizing and abstracting key informations from articles, creating a visual representation to identify relationships, categorizing articles based on key terms, labeling boxes with specific aspects, including key sources for reference, and further exploration. So, developing a comprehensive literature map involves multi-level construction and the hierarchy representation of existing research. So, connecting one studies to the map showcases its relevance and extends the literature. So, this visual communication tool aids in understanding the research landscape, identifying gaps, and guiding future investigation for researchers. So, we have the figure 3.7, which is the literature map hierarchical design. So that is the example of the hierarchical design and literature map. While the figure 3.8, it is a literature map circular design. Lastly, we have writing a literature review. So it involves synthesizing existing research while adhering to specific styles guidelines such as the APA. So by employing proper reference techniques, utilizing within the text citations, and organizing content with appropriate headings, researchers can construct a comprehensive and scholarly literature review that contributes meaningfully to their field of study.
As you can see on the screen, a URL or Uniform Resource Locator serves as an address to locate digital information on the internet. It is a common practice to include the phrase "retrieve from" before the URL to indicate the source's online location. On the other hand, the DOI system or Digital Object Identifier System offers a unique alphanumeric string assigned to digital content. This DOI serves as a permanent and stable link that identifies and locates specific content on the internet. Next will be the within text reference, also known as in-text citations, are brief citations included with the body of your text. So APA, or American Psychological Association style, has specific convention for how this in-text reference should be formatted. And the goal of this within text reference is to give credit to the author whose works have contributed to your own. So the headings plays a significant role in guiding readers through the content and help them understand the study structure and flow. And by the use of levels of headings becomes even more crucial. By structuring the review with appropriate headings, authors can effectively group related information and make the content more accessible to readers. Upon writing the literature review elements, there are three types of it: the extent, type, and conclusion. This aims for a comprehensive review covering relevant sources typically identified in your own classification of resources. It typically condenses the literature review in journal articles, focusing on the most relevant studies to support their findings. Now let us proceed to part 2. The next would be to focus on research process, and here the literature review plays a crucial role in providing a comprehensive understanding of existing knowledge on a particular topic. When comparing brief journal editor-approved reviews with the more detailed ones found in a study proposal, the key differences lies in the depth of analysis and coverage. On the other hand, more detailed reviews found in a study proposal delve deeper into the literature, often spanning a 10-year period to capture the most up-to-date research while also considering influential classical works. When structuring literature summaries, researchers can adopt different approaches, such as thematic reviews, which group studies based on common themes or concepts, and study-by-study reviews, which analyze each study individually. The author discusses racial identity. McAllister and Irvin's work on cross-cultural competency focused on the importance of understanding and embracing racial identity in the context of cross-cultural interactions. The concept of cross-cultural competency refers to the ability to effectively communicate and interact with individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. In their research, McAllister and Irvin delve into how individuals' racial identity influence their perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors towards people from different racial groups. So overall, McAllister and Irvin's research on cross-cultural competency serves as a foundational framework from promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in various social contexts by emphasizing the significance of racial identity awareness and understanding in fostering meaningful cross-cultural interaction. The authors conducted a study on the impact of multicultural course. They observed differences in the stage of white racial identity between men and women. The review summarized key themes to underscore the significance of the research problem. Just like identifying key themes and emphasizing deficiencies, the authors demonstrated a comprehensive understanding of the research landscape and the need for their study to advance knowledge in the field of racial identity development. Two studies have been conducted to re-examine the topics of parent involvement and mother's trust in principle. In both studies, the author have referenced existing literature. The quantitative study centers on identifying and analyzing the factor that influence parent involvement in their children's education. This study likely uses statistical and numerical data to quantify and measure the impact of various factors on parent involvement levels. By citing literature, the authors provide a theoretical and empirical foundation for their research, highlighting the importance of understanding and enhancing parenting educational processes. The qualitative study delves into exploring the concept of mother's trust in principles. The study likely involves in-depth interviews, observations, and qualitative analysis. And to understand the complexities of the trust relationship between mothers and school principals, by referencing literature, the author established the context and significance of trust in the educational setting, shedding light to the importance of this dynamic for effective school-parent partnerships. Both studies leverage existing literature to support their research objectives and emphasize the importance of their respective topics in the educational context. To learn more, here are the procedures of research that you can follow as structured 5-step processes to ensure a comprehensive and well-organized review of existing research. So the first one would be the selecting key terms. Here is to begin by identifying key terms related to your research topic. Second, organizing literature. Once you have gathered a collection of literature, organize the sources into groups based on their relevance to your research question and their accessibility. Third, citing sources. Ensure that you are adhere to accepted style manuals for citations and structuring your literature review. Fourth, summarizing major themes. So conclude your literature review. So the fourth will be summarizing major theme. So conclude your literature review by summarizing the major themes and key findings from the collected sources. The last one, which is the fifth one, is discussion of findings. Here, it is discussed the implication of the findings from the literature review. Reflect on how the identified themes contribute to the understanding of your research topic. By following these steps, researchers can conduct a systematic and thorough literature review that not only informs their own research, but also contributes to the existing body of knowledge in the field. Consumers of research must recognize the various types of literature in a literature review. One of the examples for that is journals that are commonly used for research due to their credibility and peer-reviewed nature, while books can also offer valuable insight and information on specific topics. When assessing literature, it's crucial to evaluate its relevance and validity by considering whether it contributes to existing knowledge in a meaningful way. To effectively navigate a literature review, it is important to maintain consistent referencing and use descriptive headings to organize the information logically. When conducting a literature review, start by identifying key terms related to your research topic and consult a variety of sources and to gather diverse perspectives. Critically evaluate and select literature based on its quality and relevance to your study. Organizing the information visually to enhance understanding and writing concise summary of key points. And that would be all. Thank you.